Someone will come to me and say, Laibel, I posted my image and I have 300 to 400% more views on all of my content. I've had other people who are almost more powerful that have come over to me and say, Laibel, you made me feel beautiful.
Wow.
I've had people telling me that I now, with this image, you've changed my self-expression because they didn't realize they could look that way before.
Your mom has changed my life. As the headshot guru, what is so unique and important about having a perfect headshot?
The goal, I believe, in a great headshot is to represent yourself in a straight, powerful, and honest way, right? You got to be able to, who are you? That's the question. Who are you? So when we were talking about your company, for example, you have a lot of facets in your company, a lot of different assets. You have a creative space.
Right.
You also have a logistical space, right? You have writers.
Right.
And each one of them brings a different thing to the team.
Right.
So what I always say is you're the head, you're the face, you're the excitement, you're moving, you're right, you're rocking and rolling.
Thank you.
But behind you, it's not just you.
No, it's an amazing team. It's my team.
And that's what makes the magic. That's where the magic happens. So therefore, each person adds something different, right? If everyone was creative, no bills would get paid. Right? If everyone's paying bills, no creative would be made. Right? So so now when we're dealing with a great headshot, I want to know, who are you, right? I want to know who you are. Who am I going to be doing business with? When I'm coming to bottom line marketing, who am I dealing with? So I have you. And that's an exciting, fun, pumped ideas in the clouds, right? And we have to create an image that's excited, who's focused, who's connected, right? But when we go to the financial team, I want someone who's confident. Right? I want someone that's going to be able to know that not only is this going to be a creative process, but it's going to be a process that's going to take me logically from one step to the next.
So, Laibel, if I could ask, I mean, I know you're sharing a lot of secrets here, but this is a really important question. You've, in the last year and a half, you've taken over 1,500, roughly, or over 1,500 unique photos of C-level executives. What recommendation would you give for the type of photo that's needed for a salesperson versus maybe a doctor, a medical director, versus a radio host, an attorney? Are they all photographed the same way?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
There is, so essentially like this. If you look at any human, right, we have a lot of similarities, right? We all have eyes, we all have noses.
Right, we're all human.
But each has unique characteristics, right? So just the same way, the recipe is the same for everyone in terms of you always want a strong jaw, you always want confidence in the eyes, you always want approachability in the mouth. The question is, what's your recipe, right? So I always say, if you're going to be a high-powered lawyer, right, you probably want slightly more confidence because we want to win the case, right? Whereas I'm going to have a gym coach, maybe I'm going to want a little bit more approachability, that someone's going to walk me through the process and not be judgmental, right? If I'm going to be dealing with a talk show host, right? I want someone that's going to be exciting. Someone's going to rock the world, right? Someone's going to teach me something that I never knew before, right? And each recipe is different. And that's where a great headshot artist will do. He's going to find your recipe. And I always say it's more about listening than it is about photographing. Because when you listen to a person and you start to connect with who and what they do, then that naturally starts to come out. The humanity of that person, and that's where, depending on who you are and what you do, is how you want to represent yourself. That's the question. The question is who you are and how. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
You ready for this?
I hope. Okay. Okay.
Here it goes. Question is like this. Have you ever met someone, you saw their picture, right? You know their online picture. And then when you finally meet with them, or let's say you never saw them, and you've talked with them on the phone for years, I don't know, you have and then you meet them. And they look nothing like you ever expected.
So often. And that happens. It happens too often.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
It happens too often.
It blows my mind. I've had teams I've worked with for years, and then finally we meet.
That's you? That's what his expression. That's it. Or I'm sorry, I don't say that. I'm not as blunt, polite.
But inside, you're thinking, what?
And then I'm like, that's him. Oh, okay, yeah, hi.
And you have a whole new perspective on everything.
Yeah.
So the idea is, what we want to do is we want to eliminate that.
Right. Capture it from the onset.
That's right. And the point is to create a genuine expression so that when a person meets you, not only are they pre-getting to know you, but even post-facto, that's the image that stays in their mind. They don't almost remember you when you met. They remember the image that they see over and over. So if that could be a powerful, connected image, then that's what's sticking in their mind constantly.
And by the way, we have to give a shout out to your team, Zev.
Oh, you
and
have no
others in your
idea.
team. You really have a great team.
I'm super thankful. I'm hanging out with my philosophy is you surround yourself with great people.
Great team.
And it's going to
like
raise
we
you
have
up.
here at Bottom Line, but Zev.
But can I tell you something crazy
Yeah.
about Zev and
Sure,
his
let me
team? Zev has been following us for about a year. Following every watch move, everything that we do, knows my process perfectly. And now he's opened up his own team, EZM Productions.
Wow.
So now he has made that next level that's going to be rocking the world, right? It's these points. It's about having an incredible team of your own, which I have. I have incredible writers, storytellers, Yoel Judowitz. These people are people that are rocking
Shout out
the
to
house.
him, sure.
But then you have to help the next generation because we're not going to be here forever. And our ideas that are fresh now might get stale. These are the dreamers that are going to take over tomorrow.
I'm going to ask you an interesting question, but you do not have to share anything that's confidential, okay? And this is what we'll call a nachas question. You've photographed 1,500 people in the last year and a half. Has anyone contacted you, or have you run into them at an affair or whatever the case is, and they said, you know what, your shot made me $100,000, or something along that line, that like since they took the shot, then they got out there and they're like, it made a difference in my career?
I'll tell you, it happens all the time.
Oh, I love it.
I'll tell you, and it happens in two ways. And these are the things, when I told you before that an artist has to be an artist, but they have to be able to support themselves also.
Mm-hmm.
It's also great to be an artist that can help other people support themselves.
Beautiful.
Right? So it happens in two ways. One, we have a lot of people that are in the LinkedIn space or in any sort of sales space. And when they never had a picture on, because, you know, they felt like it was more about the product than about me.
Right.
I've had Cassader all the time over and over where someone will come to me and say, Laibel, I posted my image and I have 300 to 400% more views on all of my content. I've had other people who are almost more powerful that have come over to me and say, Laibel, you made me feel beautiful.
Wow.
I've had people telling me that I now, with this image, you've changed my self-expression, because they didn't realize they could look that way before.
Your mom has changed my life. should we do the song here?
Let's get the guitar. Let's go. No, but that part is very powerful. That part is really powerful.
Now I want to go back to the technical side of this, the process,
Sure.
which I experienced. Okay, can you explain the process for getting a perfect headshot? How you make them feel comfortable? Can you explain the process?
Yeah, sure. So first of all, like I told you before, we want to listen. You have to listen to a person. When they come in, they're scared. Everybody's scared, right? Unless they're a model and they've been doing this for years.
Right.
And the models are the worst because they think they know what they're doing, right? But then you have to untrain them in order to train them,
Right.
which then blows their mind also.
Right.
But
Right.
that idea that you have to listen to a human, it's not a cookie cutter. There's a process that works, but you have to understand the human first. Then, after you understand the human, you have to understand what they want to do in this world, right? So it's a lot of listening. My mentor, Peter Hurley, says 90% therapist, 10% photographer. That's what we're here for, right? And you know what a crazy thing that I've noticed throughout my whole entire career that I think people find fascinating? You can take the most incredible images, but if they had a negative experience, they'll look back at those images negatively.
So true.
Otherwise, if they have decent images, but they had an incredible experience, they look back at the images in a powerful way, right? So when we're talking about these experiences with a company, right? When we bring these images
Right.
into a corporate
Right.
setting, you have to remember that you're creating people's vantage points of who and what you are, right? They don't know who you are. You're a company somewhere in Brooklyn, right? You're working with people nationwide, correct?
Right.
Worldwide. So they don't know who you are. But now that you have images of your entire staff, you showcase your process, you show who you are, not only do they see the incredible work that you're doing, but they see the people behind them, they believe in you, and they believe in the process, and that's where the value add is. That's the value add.
Laibel was named a Legend of Life by Profoto Lighting Company. What is that all about? I want people to realize that what that accolade means.
I'm still trying to digest it myself, to be honest with you. I'm super, super thrilled. I love light, right? We always say light is what makes a photograph.
Sure.
Photosynthesis is plants eating light. Photography is when you paint with light, right? Every image, the way that we're, right? What I'm doing in a headshot, or when I'm doing any portrait, I want to showcase your best places. And those other places, I want to fall into shadow, right? So light is the thing that allows me to show what I want and to not show what I don't want. So when we reached out to Profoto with a crazy project that we thank God they sponsored us for.
Okay.
Want to hear a crazy story?
Yeah.
Nothing to do with anything. You
Please.
ready? Okay.
I love it.
You got to, in this world, you have to go out of the box.
Yes.
Right? You have to go out. I told this story today. Profoto is considered the world's best lighting company.
Yes.
Right? So why are we, how, it
Right.
doesn't make any sense.
Right.
My
How'd you
wife,
get that? Yeah.
Exactly. So, can I tell you how we did it?
Yeah.
They told me, I was making a promotional video. We do a side project about relationships,
Good.
photographing couples in their relationships.
Okay.
And I was anyway sitting in front of the lights, and I said, you know what, Chana, my wife Chana, I said, let's make a promo for Profoto and see if they'll take it. So I sent them a 2-minute video about what we were going to do. We were going to go up in hot air balloons, and we were going to photograph a couple, one in one hot air balloon,
Right.
me and the other one photographing,
Okay.
lighting them beautifully in the air. And I made a video as opposed to typing it up. So the email went like this: Hey Sarah, from Profoto.
Right.
You also are a Parsons graduate like my wife.
Right.
I have a crazy idea for you. As opposed to writing it down, I'm going to send you a video. So I sent her a video, 2-minute video, pitching the idea. She wrote me back, Laibel, I get proposals every day. I can't have time to look at them. This was interesting. I looked at it. Go for it.
Oh, I love it.
You have to think outside of the box to be able to create opportunities. Everything's that way. Well, headshots, corporate branding. These 90-second corporate videos that we're creating are the
Yes.
new.
And talk about that. Talk about it.
These are the things. Do you know? Can I tell you?
Sure.
I'm telling you, and I don't know. This shouldn't be aired, but let's air it.
We're on the air. We don't want
This-
ABC to throw us off. Okay.
No, this shouldn't be aired, but this is my new secret
Okay.
to my sale.
It's not going to be anything that the FCC, right, is going to. Okay.
So basically, what we created was I created a 90-second film showcasing my process. 90 seconds that showcases exactly what I do. I walk into a company, we have a ton of fun, I scream, I'm so excited,
Right.
I explain a little bit of my process.
Right.
I showcase them doing headshots, executive portraiture inside of their office, and then out on the scene, I have myself going on the top of a roof in an electric company, photographing
Yes.
an electrician on the top of an incredible building.
Yeah. I tighten up when I watch that video. I mean, I got to admit it. But yeah.
So, but why is it so important? Now when I'm on a sales call, someone calls me, Laibel, what can you do for our company? I say, do you have 90 seconds? I want to send you a quick film. They say, sure. So as opposed to me telling them, I'm excited and I'm fun and I'm going to bring
So
out the
smart.
real you,
So smart.
I'm not telling them. I want to show them. I open up a window to let them see into me, which is vulnerable, but what allows them to see the true me, and that's what makes the sale. I'm now doing that for companies. I'm now creating 90-second pieces where they don't have to talk about what they do. Let me just show you.
Video.
Right.
And how could they find out more information for the companies listening?
So you would reach out to us either laibelschwartz.com or
How do they spell it? How do they spell it?
LAIBELSCHWARTZ. Laibel Schwartz.
So that's videos, headshots.
So it's all the same
telling
idea.
the corporate story.
Exactly, because that's what people are buying today. People are investing in the humanity behind companies, and that happens through incredible images that tell stories, not stock imagery, real human imagery, right? Not sales videos, creation of story videos, right? Incredible copy, right? That's, what I'm saying? These are the things that can come to bottom line marketing for. These are the things that really take a brand and bring it to life.
I love the honor of interviewing C-level executives and sharing their great advice and perspective on Mind Your Business. I'd love to get your feedback. Post it in the comments below and subscribe. You'll never miss an edition of Mind Your Business.